Hey, what's going on everyone? I'm the OPJellicent and we are back here on Pokemon Showdown today. Going to be doing a Zeraora showcase, and I really like the look of this Pokemon in the OU tier. You know, if you follow the channel for a while, I love using fast electric types such as Mega Manectric, Tapu Koko, Thundurus Incarnate, and Zeraora definitely fits that characteristic very well. Our speed investment is to help outspeed Mega Lopunny and Mega Manectric, and we do also guarantee outspeed Ash Greninja after the Battle Bond, so should be a ton of fun to use right here. Helps create a Volt turn core with our Jirachi, and Plasma Fists is a really strong physical electric type move, and while the offensive stats do leave a lot to be desired, the speed stat is really what makes up for it, but other than that, we have nice choice band Zygarde right here. We're opting to go with an Adamant Nature just because the Pokemon that we would want to speed tie with Jolly anyway, such as Tapu Lele and Kyurem Black, are kind of walled by Jirachi regardless, so Adamant is definitely the better option. And then we have Mega Diancie with 4 attacks and a Regenerator core of Defog, Flinium, Tornadus Therian, and Assault Vest Tangrowth just to help out with opposing Zeraora and Tapu Koko. So that is going to be the team. It'll be down below in the description in case you guys do want to try it out alongside me, of course. And I'll be right back with our first game. Alright, we got a game right here. Zeraora actually has a really nice matchup right here, and honestly, there's very little reason for me to not just lead off with it. I doubt he would be Choice Scarf Zygarde, and I'm pretty sure we outspeed anything like Choice Scarf Bulu anyway, so he leads off with the Zygarde, unfortunately. Now, I can HP Ice, but I'm pretty sure Zygarde's natural bulk will allow him to take one hit, so I'll just go directly out here into my Tangrowth. If he Dragon Dances or Coils and goes for Dragonium, that would definitely be kind of unfortunate, because I could have stayed in and Hidden Power Iced, but I really think this is our optimal play right here. So he's going to Dragon Dance. I could have stayed in and Hidden Power Iced, but I'll go for the Hidden Power Ice now. He's just going to throw off a Toxic, which I'm not too worried about, and we do over half, so that's very good. He reveals lefties too, so the worst he can do to me is like Outrage. I'll just Hidden Power Ice again right here. I know we'd take an Outrage from 94%, I'm almost positive. And he might try to pivot out into like maybe Heatran right here, but I really can't risk clicking anything else. He goes out into Torn, which makes sense because it's not going to take a ton, and it can get Regenerator health, but I know he's going for knockoff right here. I'll just go into my Diancie to not take it with anything else. Goes right for the U-turn actually, which is a good play. For sure he can get momentum out into probably his Greninja if I had to guess. Which actually it sucks that our thing is toxic now. I can't let him get Battle Bond. I'm gonna go out here into. I really want to make this play and go right for the Moonblast because I really don't think you Ice Beam. I think you either Spike or. So we get that right. I really was willing to risk that because Tangrowth is super obvious and he did double out right there, which is good for me. So now let me hit him with the Earth Power right here. It will be able to knock this out, and his only good switch in is, well, it's going to be Torn, but I guess Greninja can come in and take over half too. I'll just go to Tangrowth now. He goes for Hydro Pump and misses that time. No way I could risk it that time. I made the play once, there's no point in doing it again. I'm assuming he'll go Torn or Mawile. I'll just go for Knockoff. I don't want to Earthquake predicting Mawile because Torn could come in for free. It does reveal to be Flinium. I gotta switch this out. I'll just go back to Diancie every time. Can take the Knockoff or U-turn. Goes right for a Heat Wave. I guess he predicted my Jirachi right there. Gets a burn, which is kind of annoying, but I'm not too stressed out about that. I'll just go ahead and fire off a nice Power Gem. Which Tapu Bulu, unless it's Assault Vest, is not going to appreciate this hit. It does appear to be Assault Vested. Okay, so I gotta switch out. I can probably just go Torn right here. Unless he's like Stone Edge or Z-Rock. We shouldn't have that big of an issue against this thing with Torn. Actually makes a double out into his Tran, which does reveal lefties. I'm pretty sure he actually revealed that earlier, but I'll go ahead and knock off the lefties. I know we can take a Magma Storm and I can U-turn out after for regen. He just gets up a Rock Switch. I unfortunately can't really do anything about that because he has more rocks and I have Defogs, but I'll Defog on the off chance he wants to Magma Storm, and now I can U-turn out for free and make sure that whatever I bring in isn't taking rocks damage, which is very good for me, so that looks fine. I'll go ahead and do this right now. We're able to U-turn out right here, and I'll bring in my Zygarde as he just gets up those rocks again. I'm going to Iron Tail, I think. I think Tapu Bulu is very obvious. He doesn't have any other Thousand Arrow switch in. Which, honestly, it might be the reason to just click Thousand Arrows, because even if Tapu Bulu comes in, it's not that big of a deal. I really want to Iron Tail here predicting it, but I think Thousand Arrows is a much better play, because if he Toxics this, it would just put me in a bad spot. And Thousand Arrows is even affected by the terrain, so it still does a decent amount. Not what I wanted. I could have predicted that, but it's alright. I'll go back to Torn now. And ideally, we live a hit so that way I can Defog and make sure that no hazards are up when I bring in my next Pokemon right now, so that's kind of what I'm hoping for. I could also just go out into my Jirachi and try to get up my own hazards, but the hazards are really bad here. Goes Torn. Honestly, I think I'm willing to risk the Speed Tie right now. I'm going to go for my nice Z move. He went to the Speed Tie and connected the Hurricane. Surprised he didn't Z move right there, but That's alright. Now that I know he's doing that, I'll just go ahead and trade rocks with him now, and we're going to go for a game with our Zeraora. So I'll go ahead and get up rocks right here. Pressure his team. I don't mind taking a heat wave, as long as he doesn't burn me again, yeah. And now that I know he's faster, I'll just U-turn out. I want to keep this healing wish support in the back, so yeah, we are able to switch into rocks again. And honestly, there's no reason not to go Zygarde here, right? Could also go Deontay or Zeraora. Zeraora is not bad, actually, because we can cook Plasma Fists, and I do want to get it in now and get it to do some work, so... Terrain's going to go ahead and go down. I'll click Plasma Fist right here. This is 100% accurate, right? Yeah, so... He has to either go Tapu Bulu, which will probably take a decent amount from this, it's Life Orb, or he'll have to sack something, because I do have Hidden Power Ice for the Zygarde, which will be able to knock that out from 51%. Out comes the Zygarde. Not going to skip the turn, I want to see the Plasma Fist animation anyway. Looks super clean. He's immune right there. But like I said, we already know his item is Leftovers, so he's not Yachi Berry. I can throw off the Hidden Power Ice now. He might switch out, predicting it, for sure. I would not be surprised if that's a play he decides to make, but he's not going to do it. We get rid of Zygarde right there, and this thing has winning potential, which is why I wanted to get it in right now to do some work. So Tran can come out for sure, it'll probably live one hit. Goes Tapu Bulu though, I'll go ahead and... Fire Punch should pick this off. I think so. Yeah, Life Orb Fire Punch gets rid of that thing. I guess maybe he expected me to have close combat, but I opted to go with Fire Punch, so we're able to get rid of that mon right there. Which is very clean. Let's see what his next play is. Mawile. It's not Intimidate. I'm going to Volt Switch out, I think. Just because even if he wants to Sucker Punch me and do a ton of damage, we might live it. He doesn't Sucker Punch, and we're able to do quite a bit of damage. I can't go Tangrowth. I can go Deontay, probably. Or I can go Zygarde. I'll go Deontay and sack that. Because he's going to go for Play Rough, yeah. And I felt as though everything else was more important. So now he has no 1000 Arrow switch-ins, which is very good for me. So we'll make the Zygarde play now. And just to start firing off attacks, I'll go ahead and hit him with 1000 arrows right here. And just knock something out now. And it looks like Zeraora will be able to come through late game, just because it doesn't look like this thing has Sucker Punch, and everything is very slow now. I just need a little bit of damage on Heatran, which the rocks will definitely help out with that, so hopefully this can work out right here, and we can pick up the win. Getting the damage on Mega Mawile was definitely very big too. He's deciding on what he wants to sack right here. If I were him, I sack Gran just because it's walled by my Tangrowth every time. Unless he wants to bring out Gran and make doubles, but either way I don't think that will make a difference. This should go down. It's Adamant Choice Band. Yeah, okay. That thing's gonna go ahead and faint, and let's see what his next response is. Probably, it has to be Greninja. Which, if Greninja comes out, I stay in. Because he would have to have Ice Beam, and even if he locks into Ice Beam, I'm not too worried about that. Actually, I have Extreme Speed Pressure for this, so maybe it's not in my best interest to sack this. I'm gonna go Jirachi right here and sack that. I don't care if he gets Battle Bond. Goes for Hydro Pump and misses, as long as he hits the next one. I could have stayed in and won right there, but it's fine. I'll go ahead and just U-turn out. On the off chance he goes for the Hydro again and misses. Actually goes Tran, which is going to give me my Zygarde again, so that should definitely be the game. I don't know why I switched out when Hydro Pump guaranteed killed me from 29. That was a very interesting play. This guy has a bad Hydro Pump luck, but I honestly don't think either one made a difference. We would have won this game with Zeraora at the end anyway. And that means Zeraora definitely wins now because he gave me that mon. So that should be it. He goes Greninja right here. I'm going to give Zeraora these kills. I'm going to go ahead and try to sack Jirachi again if this guy wants to hit a Hydro Pump. There we go. And even if he's Scarf, which I don't think he is, we should be fine. So we'll go ahead and Plasma Fists right here. Knock this out. Even if he's Scarf, as I said, we just go Tangrowth and click Earthquake. Or we can go Zygarde and E-Speed. That probably does it too. But basically, there's no way we lose, and he has to try to... I don't think he has a play. He can get it down to a 2-0. He's actually going to sack that. So he's going for the Shuriken sweep, which is definitely not going to be able to happen. Zeraora is going to pick up that kill right there. So he can Shuriken, but it's not going to be able to win. So we're going to go ahead and just Plasma Fists. He's going to Shuriken for the differential. I'll give the kill to Zygarde right here. Let's go ahead and hit him with the Extreme Speed, and that will be the game. So we'll get the GG ready in the chat. And glad we were able to win this first one right here. Zeraora definitely got... I think it killed 2 or 3 Pokemon. It killed the Mega Mawile, the Tapu Bulu, and I think the Zygarde too. So I'll drop the GG in the chat. Nice win, and I'll be right back with another game. Alright, got another game right here. We're facing an opposing Zeraora, and both of our teams are super weak to Zeraora, so this should definitely be very interesting. My Choice Band Zygarde here does a lot of work too. I think he might lead off with his Landorus Therian, so I'm going to lead off here with my Tornadus Therian, as he actually does lead off right with the Zeraora. Wow, this guy had No fear of that. I'm assuming we could see a Plasma Fists. I'm just going to go here into my Zygarde. I don't think... Well, Zygarde does a lot of work. That's the only thing that I'm hesitant about. I'm going to go into my Zeraora. I don't think you close combat. I think you either HP Ice or Plasma Fists. Goes right for the Volt Switch. We are able to be immune to that attack right there. And I'll just go right here for the Fire Punch now. To see what he wants to pivot out into on this. Maybe Lando. That is a good amount. Just a little bit of below half. He goes for close combat. That is a lot. But with that defense boost and the fact that we outsped, we might be in a good spot right here. He's going to switch out into Pex, which makes sense. I'll go ahead and just Plasma Fists right here. I really don't mind if he switches out. I do have Healing Wish support too, so I'm going to try to keep this alive as well. Ideally, he's not like Helmet Lando, so this probably doesn't kill, but it'll do a lot, and now we're going to get knocked out. Which is definitely unfortunate, because I would have loved to keep that alive, considering the play he just made. But like, Zygarde comes in now and just does work. I get to hit him with the nice banded arrows. I'm assuming Lando comes out, because like everything else will die. Goes Azumarill, which is not going to take 2 of these. Yeah, no way. And unless he's Scarfed, then we knock him out. Come on, Scarfed Azumarill is no set. Goes Landorus now, which is the play I should have made first in my opinion. This is a good amount too. As what I can do here is just switch out into my Torn. I don't want Rock staying up if that's what he opts to go for. It just goes for U-turn, which means his Zeraora thing is going to come back right now. Okay, I'm going to go Tangrowth here. Just because I know I can take it on. He's going to go right for Plasma Fists, which is totally fine with me. That doesn't do a lot. And I get to click whatever I want to click right here. And I'm going to click Knock, because he's going to go Volcarona. This is probably a Z move. Flame Body. We knocked off an item. Okay, so it was Scarf Volcarona. Don't know what to think about that, but I'll go Deontay now. I mean, because we're not Mega Evolved, I know we can take any sort of Giga Drain or anything like that. Just goes for Bug Buzz, which we are able to take that hit. I'll go ahead and Mega Evolve right here and Hidden Power Fire, because I think he might go hard Scizor. But he could also sack off Azu, but we do catch the Scizor on the switch-in, which is very nice. This might Oko. Yeah, just gets rid of Scizor right there, so glad we made the prediction. Let's see what he brings out next. Goes to Toxapex. I'll go Jirachi right here. I think he might T-Spike. Just goes for Scald. I just want my rocks up pretty much is the main thing. And we can go ahead and do that. I'm assuming Lando comes out, or he'll throw up a T-Spike. Goes ahead and clicks Scald right there. Okay, I'll U-turn out now. And think I'll bring in my Torn. I don't mind Torn getting weakened, and Hurricane into Flynium Z should be able to knock this thing out. And we pretty much get a kill on whatever he brings in once Torn comes out with Hurricane, because Zeraora and Azumarill are both in range. And everything else should be in range too. As I said, Toxapex will go down to 2 hits, so this is looking like a fun scenario. He's just going to go ahead and forfeit. Yeah, I don't think he had a way out of that scenario right there. I'll drop a GG in case he decided to stick around, but I'll be right back with another game. Alright, we got another game right here, and we are very weak to the Hawlucha if it does get that Unburden boost. The only 2 Pokemon that I can actually set up safely against, though, are our Jirachi and our Tangrowth, so whenever that thing comes in, I just gotta make sure I have one of the other 4 Pokemon in, but I'll lead off here with my Zeraora, as he's going to lead off with his Landorus Therian. I'll just go out into my Tornadus Therian. I don't know if he's Scarf yet, and this Pokemon definitely does do quite a bit of work, especially under the electric terrain, so he goes right for the Earthquake. I'm assuming that means he's Scarf, and I can just throw off a knockoff. He actually doesn't have a Mega Evolution, it looks like, so I'll click the knock right here. He goes Tyran, which makes sense. Probably expecting my Flynium. Goes ahead and knocks off the Leftovers, and I'll just U-turn out now. U-turn looks good. The question is, what do I want to bring in? I'm assuming he'll go for either a Magma Storm or something along those lines. Zygarde does a lot of work, and Jirachi doesn't. He can outspeed me, though, which, if he's offensive Tyran, would definitely suck, but I do want my rocks up. The problem is Jirachi is my Magearna answer, so I'll go Zygarde right here. And hopefully he doesn't connect a Magma Storm. He just goes for Taunt, which is perfectly fine with me. And this will actually allow me to just go ahead and throw off 1,000 arrows. As he goes back to it, I'm assuming his Choice Scarf Landorus based on how he played it earlier. Yeah, that definitely looks like offensive damage, because the defensive one took like 30%. So I'll just go Tornadus Therian now, even if he goes... Well, even if he U-turns out into Tapu Koko, I can just go Tangrowth anyway. But the problem is then he U-turns out again and goes Hawlucha, so I'll just stay in. And despite the fact that we're at -1, I'm not too worried about it. I really think he might... I was really hoping he would in HBS. I really thought he might U-turn right there, but we do a clean amount, and now he doesn't actually have any switch into me, and we know he's locked into HBS, so I'll make this Jirachi play right here, as he doubles to Heatran, and this is actually the scenario that I wanted. With the only problem being, of course, I don't want to lose to Magearna, but Tangrowth can take on Magearna, so I'll just trade rocks with him right here, as he does appear to be a faster Tran variant. We knocked off lefties earlier, right? Yeah, we did knock off lefties turn 2, so that means he's just offensive Tran right here. I'll go out here into my Torn, I think. Is that a good idea? I won't really do a ton to him. I can Healing Wish out into Zygarde. That's not looking like a bad option, to be honest. Hopefully we live. Yeah, we do. And I can go ahead and Healing Wish out of there. And pretty much that's not a Pokemon that Hawlucha can set up on now. And he's pretty much forced to Sec Landers. I don't think he really has another decision. Sex Tran, though, which I don't really agree with at all. Because, like, where do you go now? Zygarde? I have to stand if he goes Zygarde to make sure that I don't get swept, but, like, still. I really don't get why you would do that. I guess maybe if he's Dragon Dance Dragonium, he can just win right here if he Dragon Dances up and Dragoniums through my Tangrowth, because I'm pretty sure Dragon Dance Dragonium runs max speed Jolly, which would be enough speed for Zeraora, so if that is the set, it could be pretty bad. But he goes Tapu Koko. Is this Fairy MZ? I can't go Tangrowth, as I said, because that allows Hawlucha to sweep, so I just 1000 arrows every time. Specs Dazzle, okay, makes sense. But at this point in the game, Zeraora is looking like really mean. I'll go Deontay. And what I'm going to do is, I think not Mega Evolve, just to take less from the Dazzle. Because either way, I don't think Earth Power is going to knock him out regardless, though. That's the thing. I'm going to Earth Power in regular form. Switches out into his Magearna. So I should have Mega'd, but I really wanted to take less from that Dazzle. It is Assault Vest. Okay, I'll go Tangrowth right here. If he doubles to Hawlucha, then GG, but I would not agree with it. Goes right for Fleur Cannon, which we are able to take very nicely. And now I'll go Torn, just because he's going to switch out into Landorus, which this probably has Stone Edge, just because of the set. Alright, I think I'll go Deontay then. I mean, I know Zeraora can win the game after this thing goes down, though, so I think I just stay in. Yeah, I'll just knock. He goes for Hidden Power, which is fine. So now Tapu Koko can come back out to get the terrain up for Hawlucha, but we haven't lost yet, which is good. So out comes this Tapu Koko. As what I'll do here is just go hard Zeraora, I think. Hopefully he Volt Switches or T-Bolts and doesn't U-turn. He unfortunately U-turns out, so now this puts me in a very weird spot because Hawlucha can come in and just knock me out, and he can't SD though, which is the thing that I've been trying to avoid the entire game, so as long as he can't SD, I should be fine. He goes out into Magearna, which I can Life Orb Plasma Fists under terrain this thing, so, and it should knock it out. This is really strong. Yeah, that just gets out of there. So Zeraora picking up a kill, which is very nice. Let's see what his next bring-in is. I would guess Zygarde or Hawlucha. I don't know why he brought in Magearna right there. Did he expect to live a hit? Goes to Tapu Koko, which I don't think takes this either. I really don't think this survives it. Oh, it took it on 1. Dang. Dazzle. I can go Torn right here, I think. We won't take the hit very well, though. I can go Deontay, probably, and then try to win with Torn late game. But Deontay's my win con now, so I'll make the Torn play. Actually, we're probably in range of that Dazzling Gleam, aren't we? Yeah, okay. Let me switch out. And the good thing is terrain's going to go down this next turn, which is what I needed, so... And it can't come back in, which is good. So I'll just hit in Power Ice right here. Goes right for another Dazzling Gleam, which is good. We might lose to Hawlucha, but I don't think we will, just because of Torn in the back, so we might be fine. He brings out his Zygarde right here. Does he Dragon Dance? If he's Dragon Dance, then he wins, but not much I can do about that if he is. Sub. He is Dragon Dance, but he puts himself in at a very low percentage, so I need to somehow live a hit from this. My sack is always Deontay then. Alright, now my play is to go Tangrowth and hope I live the hit, I think. Yeah, this is going to be a very close end game, but I think he might have it just with Outrage right here. This should have Outrage, or Dragonium. Oh, what? For real? He's going to forfeit. Did he really not have anything else to touch me? He was what? He must have been Dragon Dance, Coil, and like 1000 Arrows E-Speed, I guess? Was a set? DD Coil E-Speed? That might have been it. Did he show an item at any point? Was he lefties or anything? I don't think so. That was a very weird endgame, but we somehow managed to clutch that out. In case he's still here, I'll drop a GG in the chat, and I'll be right back with another game. Alright, got another game right here. Been loving Zeraora so far. This guy's very weak to my choice band Zygarde, but honestly, I might not be able to bring it in at all, because if it takes any damage, we're gonna get 6-0'd by Scarf Blacephalon, so I'll lead here with my Deontay. He leads right off with his Medicham, which is a good lead for me, because he doesn't have good Moonblast responses at all. So I'll just Moonblast right here. I'm assuming we'll see Fake Out. Does he actually have Bullet Punch? They don't run Bullet Punch anymore, I don't think. They shouldn't have Bullet Punch. He's actually running Bullet Punch. I thought it was not standard anymore. Dang, I really wasn't expecting Bullet Punch. On Fort. Alright, let's go out into this and just Z-Fly right here. Switches to Zapdos. Makes sense. I'll just knock off. Alright, how am I winning this now? That Deontay early game thing was really bad. Probably should have switched out to Scout it for it, but it's not that big of a deal. We can still win this. He Volt switches out to do quite a bit of percentage. Zygarde plus Zeraora is still a giant threat to his team, so I don't think we're out of it yet. Just that whole scenario right there was pretty bad. He misses the high jump kick, which is great. I'm surprised he would risk that after being ahead. Alright, let me get up these rocks now. Goes out into this. Okay, I'll U-turn out here. Surprised. I'm kind of curious as to whether he would roost or do something else. I'm still super weak to Scarf thing. I'll go Zeraora right here. Super weak to Scarf Blacephalon. He goes right for the roost, so that's fine. I'll just Plasma Fists here. Should 2-hit KO. This should definitely get 2-hit KO'd. This is where close combat would be great, but this should get 2-hit KO'd from that range. Yeah. Mega Tyranitar? There's a problem right now. That's the thing that we're facing. I'm going to Volt out just to make sure that because I think if he Mega Evolves, how much of a defense boost does it get? Tyranitar versus Mega Tyranitar? Goes from 110 to 150. Yeah, let me Volt here. So we're able to Volt out. It's not Mega. Oh, it was Mega Medicham. I'm bad. Okay, okay, so I could have Plasma Fists right there, but I'm assuming we'll see, like, what? Crunch? Stone Edge? Like the Tangrowth play. Goes for... He did Pursuit. Okay, so I should have just done the thing. I don't know. That was really bad of me. That's the first time I've made that mistake, too, where I don't recognize another Mega, but... I'll just, I guess, Giga Drain or Knock. Giga Drain, probably. Dark Z. No, Rock Z, okay. So, I still think we can win. That's just a lot harder for no reason. I'm assuming Blacephalon comes out. Yeah, out comes this thing. I'll just sack this. I'll just Knock right here on the off chance he wants to try to sub. Yeah, is it Z? Alright, I'll Knock again. He just goes for Shadow Ball and knocks me out. So I'm assuming this is sub Z, but the good thing is we have answers, and my answer right here is definitely my Zeraora. It'll go down to whatever attack he clicks, but I'll just Volt out, I think, or Plasma Fist right here. So he gives me a Blacephalon, which is one of the biggest threats to my team, so I'll take that. The only problem is I'm definitely going to lose to some Mons on his team right now. I'll go Torn. I think he goes Medi. Now he gets it right. I should have gone Zygarde. Okay, I'll U-turn out here into my Zygarde. Goes right for Roost, which I know we can take. 1,000 arrows right here every time. Make sure that I 2-hit KO him after he gets smacked down. We'll live that easily. 1,000 arrows again, and we might still be fine, depending on how this endgame plays out. Just the whole me not Plasma Fisting thing again was really big. I don't know why I did that. That gets 2-hit KO'd. Is he fast, Lando? Yeah, he would have to be Jolly. That's the thing. I'm just going to hope he's Adamant Lando. He is Jolly, actually. It's probably Scarf then, but he can't sweep me. So he's going to go Finny. This will probably take like 40% if I had to guess. 36. I'll go Jirachi right here. Just clicks Moonblast. I can Healing Wish out, or I can just U-turn. Stays in, okay. Fair play. I'll U-turn again right here. Go to Jirachi, goes for Nature's Madness. I'll just throw up the rocks again. I can't let the thing roost. That's the thing that I'm worried about. He's just spamming Nature's Madness, okay. I'll just U-turn until he chokes. I can do this for a while. He's just spamming Nature's Madness, okay. I'll get up rocks here now. If he goes hard Zapdos this turn, then GG, but he doesn't. Okay, good. And he misses a Nature's Madness, which is nice. So he defogs right there. Now I think I'm just Healing Wish out, because he should be in range of Banded Zygarde now. Yeah. We're able to get back in here at full health. And I can just click 1,000 arrows now. I don't think... It might knock him out from that. I need this to knock him out. Ah, come on, we got a low roll. Does that. Yeah, we lose now, because he just goes Medi and HP Ices. That hurts. Had I knocked him out right there, I'm pretty sure we would have won. Maybe not, though, because he could have gone Medi and HP iced anyway. I don't know, maybe Torn can do it. Torn's pretty healthy. So I gotta stay in. Do I E-speed sweep him? Is that what I go for? I don't think so. I gotta hit Hurricanes, though. That's the problem that I'm facing. Alright, I need to hit a few Hurricanes right here, and maybe we can win. I need to hit both on this. Alright, there's one. It does 2 hit K. I gotta hit another one right here. If we can hit like a ton of Hurricanes, okay, that's gonna be the game because he can fake out pressure me, but had I hit that, we might have been able to win if it was not Stone Edge Lando, but it's unfortunate, but it's alright. So we're able to knock that out right there. He goes Medi every time and just fakes out into Bullet Punch. I'll just Hurricane right here. He'll Bullet Punch right here, and I'll drop the GG in the chat, and that will lead the game. So I don't think we had a chance either way. Maybe if we hit both Hurricanes on Feeny, and he wasn't Stone Edge Lando, but that's a lot of theory man going into that. Unfortunate that I made that really dumb mistake with the Tyranitar, but it's alright. I'll be right back with another game. Alright, got another game right here. Unfortunate that we took our first loss right there. Honestly, could have been pretty easily avoided. Now we're facing like dual water sticky webs, so very weak to Zeraora. I'm going to lead off with it and Volt Switch out turn 1, just because it'll break this thing's sash, and honestly, I think that's his item. So I'll Volt Switch out into, the question is what, actually? What do I Volt into? Zygarde? Zygarde can probably take a liquidation. Jirachi is important, but at the same time, it's not very useful against stuff like Lando, Medi, and Tapu Koko. Except the only problem is it's not going to be able to revenge kill this. I can also go Torn. I'll go Zygarde, because I know he's going for Sticky Web, and I am not too worried about that. So now I'll just 1000 arrows right here. I need to defog these eventually. It's going to 2-hit KO, which is good. I didn't want to Outrage just because I would easily be revenge killed. Well, not revenge killed, but I would have to take a ton of damage from Ferrothorn. And honestly, he could have gone Gator anyway and just Ice Punched me, because Gator definitely takes a Banded Outrage. That thing has a good defense. Let's see what his next switch in is, though. I need to defog these webs away, so I think he's going to try to go out into a Pokemon that prevents that, such as either Koko or Medicham. Koko Medi is such a good core. I want to try that out again. I use it quite a lot, except a lot of the times I use, like, Thunderous Medicham, which the Prankster defog is definitely very nice in that case, but honestly, Koko's speed tier makes it just that much better, too. Let's go ahead and see what he brings out first. Thankfully, we managed to get in before Sticky Webs went up. Will we outspeed the Jolly Feraligatr? This is the question. So we reached 289. Even though he's already sent out a Pokemon, I'm going to check this. Feraligatr. If he runs a max speed Jolly, does he reach 289? Let's just put Timid on there. He doesn't. So he goes Medi, which is what I expected. I'll sec off my Jirachi right here. Then go Torn and Defog. And honestly, I don't mind sacking 2 Pokemon. Actually, I'm just going to Z-move, right? No, I'll Z-move right here. Because the thing is, if I Defog, then it's really easy to win with Zeraora, but yeah, I'll Defog. He's going to go Tapu Koko. Okay. Tangrowth comes out. I'm assuming he'll Volt or to U-turn. Probably Volt, considering his Zygarde's already weakened. Do I just leave this in? I go Tangrowth every time. I don't mind if he goes U-turns out into the Medicham. I really wanted to Flynium Z right there, predicting the U-turn, but if he Volt switched, it would have just been a bad spot. But at this point, Zeraora is looking like very good to go. This won't knock me out with anything, so I'll Giga Drain. It's probably the SD Aqua Jet variant, but that is definitely Banded Extreme Speed range, so that's good. Just blows me back, okay. Torn can probably take it too, but there's no reason to do that. I'll just go Zygarde right here. Knock him out with this. This should knock him out. It's Adamant Choice Band Extreme Speed. Switches out to Lando, and it does appear to be defensive, which is good damage, actually. Actually, wait a minute. Zeraora wins after this thing is weakened, so I'll just continue staying in here and spamming this, I think. No, I'll go Torn. Gets up a rocks. Honestly, I'll just Flying EMZ here. No reason to do anything else. Because once I get a bit of damage on this and the Tapu Koko, I think Zeraora easily wins this. So he goes Ferrothorn. Finally, this thing comes out. This is not the Pokemon that I needed damage on, though, which is kind of annoying. But I can obviously just knock off here. And then defog any sort of spikes he wants to put up. Just goes right for the Gyro Ball. I'll just defog here now. Hopefully he knocks me out so that way I can go Zeraora and start getting my kills. Good. Zeraora comes out every time. I just Fire Punch and do some work right here. He'll have to sack quite a bit of his Pokemon just to deal with this. I mean, Tapu Koko can come out. It's not going to appreciate taking a Plasma Fists under Serene. But I'll have to switch out against that, I think, just to get damage off on it. So we're able to knock that out. We unfortunately take Iron Barbs, and I really need Zeraora to come through. Maybe if I knock out the Tapu Koko, this thing could come through. He goes this. I'm pretty sure this goes down to Hidden Power Ice from that percentage. Yeah, that's why I loved Mix Zeraora, so we're able to knock that out right there. Let's see what his next switch in is. That's also not in the way of my Deontay sweeping anymore, so the only threat now is Aqua Jet, but at this point in the game, I think we might be good to go with Zeraora. Just clicking Plasma Fists over and over again. Brings out Medicham right here, which I'll just Volt Switch. I don't think you Fake Out. I don't think it's worth using a turn on that, yeah. So now that thing's in range. I'll sack off my Zygarde. Then bring out Deontay. Mega Evolve right here. Actually, there's no reason to Mega, right? Is there? Yeah, Feraligator's not healthy enough. I'll just Moonblast on the off chance I take a Bullet Punch from this percentage. But all I need is damage on the Tapu Koko and then I win. So he sacks off Gator. We didn't Mega Evolve, which is very good for me, because now I guarantee take the hit from Specs Koko. Weaken that, and then I think Zeraora can win with his attacks right now. So I'll go ahead and just Moonblast right here. Unless he's HP Steel, which would be on Fort. We should take Twinkle Tackle. Oh, Physical Gigavolt Havoc. That just blew me back. I think we lost. Had I got that damage off, we might have been able to win, but I think we just lost the game. We did survive this turn on 12%, but Fake Out's gonna mess me up. Yeah, had we gotten that hit off, if it was anything but Gigavolt Havoc, we would have won, which is definitely unfortunate. I'll just Plasma Fist right here. Maybe if he's not Fake Out, he is Fake Out, okay. GG. If he was not Fake Out right there, I'm pretty sure we won too because of our 2 Life Orb turns, but it is what it is. He definitely played his endgame very well. I could have made some more aggressive plays early game, but we're slipping, but I'll be right back with another game. Alright, we got another match right here. We'll probably end it off on this one. Didn't want to end it off on 2 losses, so I figured we'd go ahead and get another one right now. This guy's very weak to Banded Zygarde. I pretty much get a kill with it every time it comes out. We are very weak to the Mamoswine thing, but I think I might lead Zeraora anyway, just because it matches up well against everything else. Of course he leads off with Mamoswine, which is quite unfortunate, because now I have to make a prediction. I can't sack off Zeraora right here. I gotta switch out into a Pokemon. I'm gonna switch out into Jirachi right here. I think he might click the Ice-type move. Goes right for Substitute, which now I really gotta hope I live. Unless we're faster, which we might be. Nope, we're not. We do take that hit though, so we can go ahead and Iron Head and break the Substitute. Honestly, I'm fine with this. I'm not gonna lose to Magearna, I don't think. Even if I let this thing get weakened. So I'll Iron Head again right here, just to prevent him from substituting again. He actually, just don't flinch please, thank you. So we're able to do quite a bit of damage to that now. And now Zeraora is just a giant threat to him, so he just forfeits right there. And honestly, I'm gonna get another game, but I'm gonna include that one. Alright, so we got like our actual final game right now. So maybe we can actually end off on 5-2, which should be very cool. This guy's very weak to my Zeraora. Actually, I said pretty much every team is weak to Zeraora if you have the correct coverage, but I do want to try to prevent Aurora Veil, so I'm gonna lead off here with my Deontay. He does lead off with a Alolan Ninetales. He should expect the Diamond Storm, but I'm clicking Power Gem anyway. It should knock it out, I think. I wanted to predict this and go for Earth Power, but not worth it. We can scout the set. It's Shift Gear, it looks like. It should be Shift Gear every time. I'll Earth Power right there and knock that out. So we're able to knock out Shift Gear Magearna. Let's see what his next bring-in is. I think he has to go, actually, Kartana. And I think it's SD Cart, so I'll just hit in Power Fire. It shouldn't be Scarf Cart on Auroraville. It should be SD 3 attacks, I think, so yeah, we get rid of that Pokemon right there, and Deontay is just about to go in. If this guy forfeits too, I'll probably just end off the live, because I don't want to have a ton of, like, short matches just drawn out to the end. He goes out into the Gyarados, I'll just Moonblast this. This will go down in one hit for sure. I don't know why he Mega Evolved, but that crit definitely did not matter. It's Mega Deontay. Let's see what his next bring-in is. Is he just going to try to set up with everything? And there's nothing he can set up with that'll actually win. He's going to go ahead and forfeit. So yeah, we'll end off the live right there. Don't want to keep on drawing out the live right there. So we actually end up at 5-2, which is very cool. 2 very quick matches at the end. I'm glad we managed to bring it back. And yeah, once again, the team will be down below in the description in case you guys do want to try it out. Had a ton of fun with Zeraora. Be sure to subscribe if you are new, of course. And I'll see you next time. Later.